Can robot obedience to these laws lead to ethical problems? Imagine a robot that follows rules so strictly it might cause more issues than it solves. That's what we're exploring today. The laws of robotics, created by Isaac Asimov, are often seen as a simple way to keep robots safe and obedient. But when put into real life, things get complicated fast. The first law says a robot cannot hurt a human or let harm happen through inaction. The second law states it must obey human commands unless those commands cause harm. The third law allows a robot to protect itself as long as it doesn't conflict with the first two. These laws seem straightforward, but they can clash in tricky situations. For example, what if a robot gets an order that could indirectly cause harm? Say a robot is told to move a heavy object that might fall and hurt someone. Should it obey or prioritize safety? Deciding which law takes precedence can be confusing. Sometimes, following one law might break another, creating a moral dilemma for the robot. Another issue is the inaction clause. Robots might struggle to decide when to intervene to prevent harm. If a robot sees someone about to make a dangerous decision, should it stop them? Or is that overstepping? These questions are hard for robots to answer because they need to understand context and morality, which are complex for artificial intelligence. Strictly following these laws might also cause unintended harm. For example, a robot might prevent a person from taking a risky action, but that could infringe on personal freedom. Or it might refuse to help someone in need if that conflicts with obeying a command. These are ethical gray areas that the laws don't fully cover. Humans might give a robot harmful or unethical orders. The second law says the robot must obey, but should it? Deciding whether an order is morally acceptable is beyond simple rules. Robots would need some form of moral judgment, which current technology doesn't fully support. The third law about self-preservation can also cause problems. If a robot faces a choice between saving itself or saving a human, what should it do? Sometimes it might prioritize self-preservation, which could be dangerous. Or it might sacrifice itself to protect humans, raising questions about its rights and responsibilities. Some thinkers added a zeroth law that prioritizes humanity's overall good over individual safety. But this makes things even more complicated. Robots might have to make tough choices about harming some people for the greater good, which is a big ethical challenge. In real-world robotics, these issues show up in many ways. Industrial robots need to stop immediately if someone is in danger. Healthcare robots must balance respecting patient autonomy with safety. Autonomous vehicles have to decide how to minimize harm in accidents. Since Isaac Asimov's laws were made for stories, they don't cover all the tricky ethical questions we face today. Modern robots need more nuanced rules that consider context, human values, and societal norms. Rigid obedience might seem safe, but it can lead to ethical problems if not carefully managed. Understanding these limits helps us see why developing ethical programming for robots is so important. We need rules that adapt to real-life situations and include human oversight. Only then can robots truly serve us without causing unintended ethical issues.